Newsflash, no one is naturally good on camera. It is a skill you get to develop. In one of my recent videos, I pinned a comment which basically opened the floor. If anyone had a topic that wanted me to talk on, I was very open to do that. And I'm glad to say I had one request. And what made this request so special to me is the person who requested the video. I had a request from someone really special to me, someone I call a friend, Rita Lane. Now, Rita Lane was one of the very first subscribers to this channel, and she has stood with me all through my journey. Now, Rita Lane, this video is dedicated to you, and I'm so proud and happy to call you a friend. So, what is Rita Lane's request? She seeks to know how to be good on camera because she wants to start her own YouTube journey. And now to the video, how to be good on camera. Newsflash, no one is naturally good on camera. It is a skill you get to develop. And to better make this point, I'm going to give you a little bit of a background story. So when I decided to get on YouTube about 8-9 months ago, I had to do my research, all right? I had to get ready. So I researched everything I needed to. It's true I have a background in movies, but that was a long time ago where I would be on movie sets as a writer, communicating with the director. So I'm familiar with the settings, but at this point in time I had to be the entire movie maker, not just a writer. So I basically had to learn a thing or two. So I did my research, and quite a thorough one I did. But the one thing I never really bothered about was how I would talk to a camera. Because I am an educator, I talk on a daily basis. Actually, I talk for a living, all right? And I've been doing this for so many years. So I'm basically very comfortable with public talking. And so I went on, bought everything I had to buy, got ready the best I could and everything. And I got this camera right here. And so I was set. I had the lights, I had the mic, I had everything put together. And now it was time to test record. I put the camera in front of me, press record, and first thing I realized was I didn't feel too comfortable, but I managed to deal with that. And I went on to record a few minutes of just random stuff, just saying random stuff. And then came the moment of truth. I got to the camera, I turned on the footages to see what I recorded, and I was shocked. I was taken aback at how terrible I looked in front of the camera. You could feel this unease as I spoke to the camera. And I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, what's going on? That's when it dawned on me that, well, speaking to this thing, speaking to this device, speaking to a lens cannot be natural. Because we are programmed to talking to people. And when we talk to people, we look at the faces. You're reading very subtle feedback from the person you're talking to, all right? And we are so good at that because we are programmed from childhood. If you ever monitor a child, a baby, you'll realize a baby is always focused on the mother or whoever is carrying the baby. They got their gaze totally on the person's face. And so by the time we grow up, we are masters at reading emotions and having all this feedback from people as we talk to them, all right? And so when you have a device in front of you and you have to look into a lens, it's not natural, all right? And I was just taken aback, and I was like, you know what? It means I need to study how to speak in front of the camera. And I went on to schedule a number of days that I was gonna use just to practice how to speak in front of the camera. But something happened, quite interesting. Now, it turns out the camera I bought had a screen. You could open the screen to the side and you would be able to see yourself as you record. And I didn't know that. I didn't know you could flip the screen. And so a couple of days had gone by when I decided to just look at this device again. And as I was playing with the camera, getting to understand it better, I discovered I could flip the screen. I was like, wow, this is something. And my dear friend, that was the secret. That was the game changer. And from that day going forward, making videos has felt very natural to me. Not because I get to speak to the lens, but because I'm speaking to the screen. and I'm seeing myself in real time as I speak. That was the game changer. Because you gotta understand something. Just like someone's name is the best sound to their ears, someone's face is also the best image to them for most people. And so that's a trick. Till this day, I never look at the lens, which is right here. I'm always looking at the screen, which is by the side, but you would hardly notice, except I told you. So right now I'm looking at myself speak, all right? And see where the lens actually is. Look at my eyes. That's the lens. Now I'm looking at the lens, which feels uncomfortable. And now I'm going back to my comfort zone, right there, on the screen, where I'm looking at myself and I'm enjoying myself speak. And so that's a secret. And so by default, my advice to anyone having troubles with speaking to a camera would be to simply get a camera with a screen by the side. But just in case you already have a device without that option, and probably you're not really going in for such a device at this point in time, then we can get a little bit creative. So what you can do is to attach a very small mirror, kind of like a pocket mirror, either to the side or the top of your device. Personally, I'd go for the top. I'd prefer the top, all right? But whichever, so that you can focus on the mirror and see yourself while you speak in real time rather than into the lens. And that would make all the difference. Especially if you get to place the mirror on top of the device. That works even better, because actually that's the same concept you find in psychology when people are being taught on how to speak confidently. One of the secrets people are taught is to maintain eye contact, all right? But you don't have to always look at the other person straight into the eyes. No, you are taught to focus on their eyebrows, and they will never ever tell that you aren't looking at them straight into the eyes. No. I do it all the time. I have no issues looking at people straight into the eyes. But sometimes there are some people, believe you me, it's extremely hard looking at them straight into the eyes for whatever reason. And the secret is to focus on their eyebrows. Apply the same concept to the camera. Place a mirror somewhere close to your device. Focus on that. Talk to yourself and see how good the output would be. I hope this helps. Thank you and have a good one.